Hey everyone, welcome to the first in a brand new series, and this is FTB Infinity. It's available for download on the FTB launcher, and I'll be leaving a link in the description to the video on how you can get it. It's got an absolute shed load of mods in it, I think like about 160. Now, I've added in Optifine just purely to make the video recording process a little bit smoother. I've added nothing else in. And the reason why I wanted to play this is because it has got so many mods in it. It's got a lot for me to learn. But also, I really love the mod packs with the Biomes of Plenty setup. And I felt that it was something, I felt that it was a mod pack that I could play for a long time and sort of really get some interesting stuff going on. And with that in mind, I have already got something in mind for where I want the series to go. I'm kind of thinking that instead of building out in the open world like I have in the Regrowth series, that I'd kind of like to have a sort of a cool underground base. I'm not really sure exactly what the details of that are as yet, but what I do know is that it is going to start up here, kind of like where those two little sort of white capped pinnacles are. Now, I'm going to get down here and start chopping down some trees before I run out of light, because I want to build a ladder to actually get up there. And as I say, once we get up there, we're going to start off with probably just burrowing in, making a little room where we can sort of get our setup started off. But what I'll do is I'll get a bunch of trees chopped down, I'll get the basics done, and I will be back when I have done that. Hey everybody, I am back, and I just wanted to show you it's getting dark out here, so I'm going to be quick. There's plenty to explore out here. There's kind of like a little cave system down here, and I can see some lava right at the very bottom. We've also, if I find any, which I'm kind of hoping maybe I can, we've got Pam's Harvest Craft in this mod pack, and I can't actually see any at the moment, but when it gets light, I'll come and show you that. But in the meantime, there's our little base setup. Oh, there we go. There's Pam's Harvest Craft. Got our little base setup, so we've got our ladder system. I'll just quickly get up here before I die. Got our little ladder system up here into our starter base. So I've just kind of like dug out a hole, really, just a sort of standard setup. Stick a bit of glass in front there, lit it up a bit, got a bed, etc. And I've been and collected some resources. I've got a little bit of a mine going on at the back here. Now, one of the first things that I want to do is get a grindstone, and basically that's from the Applied Energistics 2 mod. And what that allows you to do is, as it suggests, it's quite grindy, but it allows you to put in, say for example, iron ore, and you grind it down into dust, and it doubles up your ores. So it's just a really cheap and easy way of getting early game ore doubling. Now, the thing that you need that might be a little bit difficult in the beginning to actually get the grindstone is Certus quartz. And I found some. I'm going to show you in a second, but I'm going to show you how I found it. So basically, I've dug this hole. This is pretty much virtually down to bedrock, and I've just got a ladder going down there. Now, each ore has a certain level which it's more probable that it's going to generate. Now, NEI is your friend with that. So if we go in, you can see I've already got Certus quartz typed in there. If you actually click on the item to bring up the crafting recipe, if you go along using the arrows, you're going to get to this ore gen screen, and it tells you which Y level each ore is best at. So in this case, Certus quartz, it generates best at level 47. In fact, it's between these two levels, but the NEI is telling you 47. So if we just pop down here, I've already started a little branch mine at level 47, and I got lucky kind of quickly. Just wait for it to get down here, like so, and I can just jump off the ladder. So I'd only sort of gone in a few, what's this, 6 blocks, and I've found some Certus quartz already. So what I'm going to need to do is just get that up, and it looks like there's actually a fair bit of it here, which is really handy. I'm going to grab that as well. So we've got some copper. We'll grab the tin ore because that's quite handy as well. And there's just a little bit more copper down there that we can get. A lot of the early stuff you need copper to start building. I'm just going to pop a torch in there just to make sure that's lit up. And then jump back onto our ladder and back to the surface, and we'll get our grindstone going, because the next thing that I want to make I'm going to use iron for, and I've got some iron already, but I want to make a chisel from the Chisel 2 mod, just so that we can get the inside of this looking a bit nicer just straight from the outset, rather than just leaving this looking like this until like episode 20. So if we go over to our crafting table and again type in grindstone, there we go. So what we require is some smooth stone, a couple of bits of cobble, you can use other stuff, nether quartz, charged Certus quartz, but we've got Certus quartz, it's the easiest to get, 3 of those, and a wooden gear. A wooden gear is just simply 4 sticks placed like that. He says now not able to place them correctly. Placed like that. And we haven't got any smooth stones, so we will just hopefully have enough there to create 3 of those. So just pop that in there and pop that in there, and just wait for a second for that to actually finish. Really kind of hoping now that 1 piece of charcoal is enough, otherwise we're going to have another cutscene while I make some more charcoal. And I think I'm kind of quite happy with how this start is going. Like I said, this is just kind of, I've decided now, going to be kind of like the entrance hall to my whole build. And what we're going to do is we're going to have this area just going backwards, and I haven't decided fully how it's going to look yet, but I want it to be big and open. But in between episodes, what I'm going to do is just try to get a little bit of inspiration for how that is going to look. So there's our smooth stone. So let's just go ahead now and get that recipe done. So if you hold down Control and the arrow here, this hopefully should, normally that I think puts the stuff into the right place, but it didn't. I think I must have done something wrong there. Doesn't matter. I'm going to have to drop all that on the floor anyway because I haven't got any cobblestone. Wow. Right, so I need a couple of bits of cobble as well. Let's just start that whole process again. And in fact, yeah, that's worked now. So if you hold down Shift and right click, it takes everything out of your inventory, so you don't have to place it all in there. And then this needs a crank, which is made like so. And then we're just going to pop that down in the corner for now, just here. And to put the crank in the top, just hold down Shift, click on it with the right mouse button, and there we go. Now, as an example, I'm just going to grab some iron ore. So I'm going to grab it all for now. I think we'll just grab 4 pieces of that. Right click onto the grindstone, pop that in one of the slots, and then hold down the right mouse key. Now, basically, I'll grind this down into dust, and this doubles it up into a 2-for-1, and it will stop when it's done. If you carry on trying to turn this while it's stopped, the handle will break. I mean, it's quite cheap to make, but it's a bit of a pain, especially if you've got to keep going outside like I have, and down 100 ladders in order to get more wood. Let's just see, that stops now, so it's relatively quick. And then once you've got the dust, all you need to do is to pop that into the furnace. Now, I haven't actually got any more coal, I don't think. So I am going to have to quickly make some of that up, and I will be back when I've got enough. Okay, I am back, and while I've been waiting for the charcoal, etc., to be made, I've actually stripped away the walls here, the bits of floor that I want to replace, and also the bits of ceiling. I've put this temporary scaffold here, just so I can reach the ceiling. I've also turned the iron dust into iron. I've taken a stack of cobblestone and turned that into smooth stone, and I've got some more smooth stone cooking away in there. So first up, the floor. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it just as yet, so I've decided that I'm just going to make that all smooth stone for now. We can do something else with that later on, so just pop those bits in there just to get that looking a little bit nicer. And then the same with the ceiling, the gaps that we've got up here. Just going to fill those in really quickly, and then I can get rid of this scaffold like so. Just fill in all those gaps. Over there and do that one. Yes, I can. I'm actually going to need a lot more of the stone than I thought I was going to, but it doesn't matter. We've certainly, if we've got nothing else, we've got plenty of cobblestone, and if we need some more wood, well, there's plenty of trees outside for me to go and cut down and get some wood if I need it. So that's in fact, let's just get that piece out as well, because there's a piece that I missed. Pop that in there. And we'll just quickly take this scaffold down, so that's now out of the way. And we can look at getting our walls done. Like I said, I am going to be using the Chisel 2 mod to actually get that done, because you can take either just cobblestone or you can take smooth stone, and you can turn that into a number of other different textures. In fact, there's a whole load more stuff that you can change the texture of, but for now we are just going to stick with what we've got. And as I thought, I'm not going to have enough to actually get this done right away, so I'm going to pop some more in there. I'll just show you quickly. The chisel is easy to make. It's just one piece of iron and a stick, and there's the chisel. And then all you do is have that in your hotbar, right click it, take the item that you want to convert, in this case smooth stone, pop it in the slot there, and then that gives you some options for what you can actually do with that. Now, I think for my walls, I'm probably going to use this sunken stone panel. I think that's going to probably look the best. And then we just start actually just placing that into the gaps that we've made. And we're actually going to continue that all the way around. Like I said, I'm not going to have enough on me to do that straight away, but that is going to make it look a lot better. So when I have done all of that, I will be back. Okay, hopefully I've got enough just to finish off this bit here. Let's just pop these last bits in, and then what I want to do, I actually want to head out and look. I don't think I'm going to have quite enough, am I? I actually want to head out and look for some clay. Oh, there we go. Fine. I actually want to head out and look for some clay just so that we can look at getting the Tinker's Construct smeltery started as soon as possible. Because once we've got that, our mining is going to be a lot easier and quicker because we'll be able to make some better tools. So just going to quickly double check, just make sure that there is no unlit squares, which you can do by, if I just look out here, you can see now there's some sort of yellow squares out there. By pressing either Control and F7 or just F7, depending on what your config is, then NEI will just basically show you a yellow square means that a mob can spawn there during daylight, and a red square means that a mob can spawn there at any point in time at all. Now, I can see some clay down there, but I just want to have a quick look and see where the sun is. Okay, we've got enough time. Let's just get down without actually killing ourselves. Let's just actually get down here and see if we can get some of this clay up before it gets too dark. And just pop over here. That's not going to be anywhere near enough, but it'll do for a start. So just going to say dig some of that up. This is where having something like a vein miner would come in handy, but certainly when it gets sort of later on in the pack, you're going to get some better tools than that, so you'll be able to dig out stuff a lot quicker, particularly when you get things like this mod pack's got the Tinker's Construct excavator, which again will make that a whole lot quicker. Let's just have a quick look over this side and see if there's any more stuff. I'm just checking on the map and just seeing that there's actually a few mobs about. I'm not actually sure where they are. I think they might be underground, but just keep my eyes out because I've got no armor or anything and don't want to get caught. I don't want to get caught out. Now something has poisoned me. I'm not really sure what that was. Maybe it was this it was this Vishroom Thorncraft. So that actually poisoned us. That had the same sort of effect as the Mandrake did. Oh, this is pretty cool. I didn't know this was here. It's I'll tell you what, it definitely is some more Certus courses, all sorts of stuff down there. We are definitely going to be getting down there and checking stuff out. Yeah, it has the same sort of effect as the Mandrake does in the Witchery mod, which is equally unpleasant. So let's just grab as much of this clay as we can. Just grab this final little bit from down here. I think my spade is about to break anyway, and again, I don't want to get caught out here in the dark because the mobs in this pack are pretty powerful, and without any armor or a decent weapon, I'm going to get killed pretty quickly. So there we go. Let's just get out of here and get back over to our base. I'm going to avoid going over any more of those Vishrooms, or however you pronounce it. And let's just head straight back over. We have spawned in next to a magical forest. Now, this tree over here with a spider web on, I do believe that underneath there's going to be, well, there's certainly going to be a spider spawner. I think there's a chest under there as well. I'm going to remember where that is, but again, I'm not going to be going to check that out just yet because I've not got the armor, etc., etc. Right, so let's just head back over to our base. Just jump across this water. And on the way, we're just going to grab some more wood so that we can make some more charcoal. Once we actually get to doing some proper mining, obviously we're not going to keep having to burn our wood to get charcoal, and I will be doing in between episodes an absolute ridiculous amount of mining because this pack is pretty much everything in it, just demands loads of resources. So rather than me having to keep cutting out during an episode, it's probably going to be better for me to do it off camera. And as I say, using NEI, you can choose the best levels to actually mine in to get whatever resource it is that you want. Now, early on, the things that I'm going to want most of is probably, and not in any particular order, is probably going to be redstone, copper, iron, and certainly coal. Because I'm intending to, I might change my mind, but I'm intending to start off with the Buildcraft machines, although, and they all require redstone. Although I may check out, because I've not done so much of it in the past, the Ender IO machines. But anyway, that's for a future episode. So now that we've grabbed some more of this wood, I'm just gonna grab what stone is left in there. I'm just gonna turn some more of that into charcoal. And what we will do in between this episode and the next episode is we'll turn, if I just pop into my, have we got any sand left? Yes, we have. And grab some sand and some gravel. To make the Tinker's Construct smeltery, you basically need those 3 items and you get what's called grout. And you need to then cook that, and that will turn into seared brick, which is the basis for which the smeltery is made of. But obviously I'm going to need to make a lot more of this charcoal before I can do that, because you do need a fair number of bricks in order to be able to do it. So I think this is probably, for a first episode, this has probably been quite short. I'm going to end it here anyway. And I just kind of want to say, I don't know what sort of other people that have done this pack, how they've sort of done on their first episode, how much progress has been made. I'm not really bothered, to be fair. What I'm wanting to do really is I just really want to take my time. We're going to make some machines. We're going to make some progress. It probably won't be that quick, and I'm probably not going to get episodes out as often as I would like, because obviously my number one priority at the moment is still with the regrowth pack. But we'll get there. We're going to have some fun. This world is, if I enjoy this, is going to go on for a lot longer than any of the other packs that I play, because I say once I finish the regrowth pack, I'll probably start another HQM pack to replace it. But this world will be running in the background all the while. So I'm going to wrap it up there so you don't have to listen to any more of my meaningless talk. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you've liked the video, leave us a like. It'd be great if you subscribed. But until next time, take care. Bye.